Hello, everybody. This is going to be a quick demo on how to use references in ML. So let's just dig into it. So in this little file, I've set us up to write two quick functions, get a value at a reference and set the value at a reference. And then have a little program down here that creates a ref. It's going to be an int ref to some uniform number. I can look that up and its original value is going to be 23, obviously. I could then set the value to 45, it'll return the previous value for me, which is always nice to have your functions be as useful as possible. And then get the value at a reference again. And this simple example shows off a number of things which will help you when you're building a mutable data type like the dictionaries you have to build in this class. So let's just dig in. This get value at a reference is going to be really easy. How you do that in ML is the syntax for it is to just use the bang symbol beforehand. Bang reference will return you the value or the contents at this reference. The next one we're going to have to do is, since we're going to have to return the previous value, let's get a let binding going. So let, and we're going to set a val to be the prev value is going to be, let's just call get value reference of our reference. And then what I want to do, and it's tough to figure out exactly where to do it, is the syntax for assigning something is reference colon equals this next value, okay? And I can't just throw this in here, right? Like you can imagine when I'm done, right, it's pretty easy to be like, all right, once I'm done setting this value, all right, like now, like return this pre-value. And I can't really just throw in this expression here into a let binding. If I run it, it's gonna complain and be like, there's an error somewhere in this function, which is less than helpful. And so what you can do is you can say val underscore equals reference. The type of this expression right here is unit, the sort of void of the data type with no information in it, the void, if you will, of ML. And so if I'm never going to use it, I could never use it. It's generally good to, sort of use this underscore character to indicate that to the person who's reading your code. And you can see now that I have this whole thing working. Everything's fantastic. I'm going to show off one other way to build this because it comes in handy. Like this is exactly how I built set value at reference. It's kind of nice. I already have this val binding. I already have this let expression, right? So I might as well tack on another val binding and just do it in order this way. It's kind of very comfortable for people who, like myself, who like programming in Java or C or Python or Ruby or whatever, to get these things one in order. And so it feels very comfortable. It's not a bad way to build this. I'm going to show off a second way just because it's useful in other situations. It certainly comes up. And so let's talk about the other way. So the other way to build this is that you can build semicolon separated expressions. And I'm going to put them one on each line. And the syntax here is that you can, and this is very useful for things that have side effect, like printing or mutating a reference or whatever. A lot of times you need to do something that has some side effect, and then I still need to return a value out of something. And so this will also work. Let me just confirm that really quickly. It's also working. And how this works is it'll evaluate each expression in turn, and then whichever is the last one, that's the winner. So that will be the actual expression that comes out of this set of expressions, which then becomes what the let expression is, which is the function and everything like that. So it flows all the way out. A lot of the time, like I can actually, in this case, I'm pretty sure, just because of how simple it is and how it's in the in branch, it will actually work without the parentheses. The most common error I've seen is that it's not in this situation where it's just this one thing. And so a lot of times people will not have the parentheses, and that's a big problem, and you just need to wrap it in parentheses. So if you have something that looks good and you're like, oh, I don't know why this isn't working, a lot of the time it's because you need to wrap it in parentheses. And with that, hopefully that will help you with how to use references in ML and help you with the studios which require you to build mutable data structures.